Let's talk about going to vote, because that's what's first on today's activity. Is I'm gonna talk about voting. I'm gonna vote. And who I'm going to vote for. So this is where I grandstand. This is where I do the whole thing. This is where I lock it in, y'all. I lock it in. So I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden. I know people are gonna get very upset by that. I understand. Maybe I should put some music on. Hold up. I'll put some music on to celebrate this. You ready? You ready? All right, so I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. And let's talk about that. Why am I going to vote for Joe Biden? This is a reason. Decriminalizing marijuana in all 50 states? Sign me up. Sign me up. That's why I'm going to vote for Biden. Don't do drugs, kids. Another reason, he's not Donald Trump. I know, a lot of people get triggered by that. A lot of people get very triggered. What? You said that he's not Trump? That means you're only going to vote against yes. Yes, I would vote for a cardboard box over Donald Trump. Now, honestly, I'd vote for a cardboard box over Joe Biden, too. But that's a different discussion. We'll get to that discussion in 4 years from now. Or I guess 3 years from now, when Bernie Sanders runs again. Am I right? Am I right? Totally right. Right? So yeah, he's not Donald Trump. That's reason number 2. Reason number 3. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Reason number 3. The idea of Bernie Sanders being chair of the budget committee, that interests me. Now that would happen if Democrats take the Senate. I don't think Democrats can take the Senate and Biden will lose. I don't think that's possible. I think if they take the Senate, Biden's going to win. And so I'm throwing that in there as a reason. I'm voting for Cal Cunningham in North Carolina. So, I'm voting for Cal Cunningham in North Carolina. We're going to flip that motherfucking Senate. Now, you might be freaking out right now. You might be thinking, holy shit, Democrat Party sellout. Democrat Party sellout, you might be thinking, right? Democrat Party sellout. That's correct. I'm a Democrat Party sellout. That is absolutely correct. But in seriousness, I think Democrats should be in power over Republicans. Under Republicans, I have seen the world around us crumble. Climate change. Disaster. I'm trans. You might not know that. You might know that. I've been talking about that sometimes, right? So, trans healthcare has been demolished under Donald Trump. Is Joe Biden going to go in there and then transition in behind the Resolute desk and then realize the plight of trans people and then give us free health? I don't think so. That would be cool. I wouldn't rule it out. It's certainly possible. But I don't think that's going to happen. But what I do think is that we won't lose our healthcare protections at such an alarming rate. I think that that's a big deal. I think that that's a big deal. So personally, that's why I'm going to vote. As far as Cal Cunningham and Tom Tillis goes, I mean, I don't think I need to explain that one. I don't think there's going to be any, fucking Jimmy Dore lefty going out there. It's like, why are you voting for Cal Cunningham? Don't you know he's a Democrat Party sellout? Of which case, I do know that. I do know that, but I don't care. So, Biden might actually do something about climate change. My thing is Biden gives us a foot in the door. Biden gives us an opportunity. All the protests that have gone on under Trump, has anything happened nationally? No. So we get a blank slate. Protests have been going on for 7 months, 8 months. New president comes in. Should be a burst of energy. It should bring us and say, all right, Trump, we knew Trump wasn't going to do anything, and we protested for 7 fucking months anyway. We protested every day or almost every day for 7 months. And we knew Trump wasn't going to do anything. So let's find out if Biden's going to do something. A lot of people are saying the protests would go away. Why would they? Why would they? Young people don't like Joe Biden. Young people aren't going to see Joe Biden in there and Kamala Harris in there and decide, you know what? Police brutality is over. They're not going to look at that and see that. This is not 2008. This is not 2008. That's my opinion on that. I'm just kind of doing a video that gets all the critiques built in. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Because I'm going to go vote. So at this point, the conversation for me is going to be, I voted for Joe Biden. Not, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. And that's like a, you know, slightly changes that. And I want to get where my thought process is a couple hours before I'm about to go do it. So that's why I'm making this video. Now, why am I voting against Trump? One may ask. I've got a lot of Trump voters that follow me. Why am I voting against Donald Trump? Let's talk about that. Well, to the inverse of what I said earlier. I guess not inverse. That's the wrong word. Trump has been revoking a lot of healthcare access for transgender people. Hasn't affected me personally, but I know a lot of people that it has. And to that, I find that to be extremely dangerous. So that's just one reason only. If everything else Trump was doing was not terrible, that would be reason enough for me to vote against him. So I already win. I've already won. So, but I'm going to give you some more reasons as to why I would vote against Trump. Trump has also tried to uphold, and this is also with Ben Carson, trans discrimination when it comes to public housing. I think that's a big deal. A lot of trans people become homeless at a certain point in their lives, right? So, when you have one of the only options left when you're homeless be public housing, and that public housing, discriminates against you, which was expanded upon under Ben Carson's HUD record, that makes things a lot difficult for people like me and people I care about. So, gone. He's gone. Now let's talk about Donald Trump's war on the climate. Just in the last few weeks, he has been approving pipeline after pipeline after pipeline in northern territories, such as in Alaska and so forth. Bad news. That's bad news. And I'm trying to stick to this on policy, because I know a lot of people are going to say, like, the Proud Boys don't exist. You know, I know a lot of people are going to say, like, there's no such thing as Nazis. They don't exist. If I mention Donald Trump's approval of white supremacists and militias organizing under his watch and his encouragement. If I mention that, there's going to get that contingent of people that say, you're lying. You're lying. Oh my God, you're lying. Right? So, yeah. Okay, just skipping that part. Let's talk about policy. Donald Trump's tax cuts. Not to mention his own tax records, but just throwing that out there, it's in the zeitgeist. Donald Trump's tax cuts have given corporations so much money that almost every single person I know has lost money throughout the pandemic. They've eaten into their savings. They're out of savings. They're making their last fucking bit of money last on that, like, government unemployment benefit thing. Those are the people I talk to. Whereas you have people like Elon Musk that are like tripling their wealth in the last year. Jeff Bezos, who is like doubling his wealth. He was already the richest person, and he's nearly doubled his wealth in the last year because of things like the Trump tax cuts, creating such an uneven society that throughout a stock market crash, throughout a housing crash, throughout an unemployment crisis, throughout a pandemic, billionaires consistently are making billions and billions and billions, while all the poor people, where's our second stimulus, motherfucker? Where's our we're not getting anything. So we're out here suffering, whereas big corporations are just gonna get double their wealth, triple their wealth. Fuck that shit. No, 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 no. That's reason enough to vote for Donald Trump. Do you care about economic rights? Do you care about economic freedom? What if I want to go take a drive around the block? Right? What if I want to just go maybe I need to clear my head. I want to go for a drive. Why should I have to worry about paying so much in gasoline? Why must I should I have to worry about where am I going to get the money for this? What if I want to enjoy the freedom of traveling across the town that I live in, right? This is live, Felix. Yeah, I don't know, man. The tax cut thing, that's reprehensible. The foreign policy record of Donald Trump. What's going on there, right? These people, right? These extraordinary individuals, right? Are talking about how Donald Trump has peace in the Middle East. What? Like, seriously? Seriously, right? What? Peace in the Middle East? Like, how much of a galaxy-brained, high-level idea churning dullard do you have to be to truly and actually and with all might believe that Donald Trump has created peace in the Middle East? Because he had 2 or 3 countries that were already relatively allied just kind of sign a milquetoast treaty, right? The war in Yemen is still occurring. The crisis in Palestine is still occurring. But no, Donald Trump, let's not even mention assassinating a top fucking general and leader in Iran. But no, we have peace in the Middle East all of a sudden because facts and logic. Facts and logic. Fucking idiots. Trump supporters are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Y'all just gobble up the gobbledygook. And so that's why I am voting for Joe Biden. And as a little